a pretty good job of it. So I would say that our Declaration of Independence was fairly powerful. Let me just switch back to, here we go. So even though the Declaration of Independence was a powerful, beautifully written document, the colonists knew that if they wished to succeed, they would have to outline their game plan more clearly. So in 1781, they released a game plan called the Articles of Confederation. Unfortunately, this game plan wasn't very clear. So imagine this, constructing a building based on a blueprint that had been scribbled out in a few minutes by several people who had different ideas about what that building should look like. That was the Articles of Confederation. The colonists knew that they wanted to break free from the king, but who knew what they were going to do next? So to put this in a more visual way, imagine that I am building a building and one person wants an arch, and another person wants a triangular thing, which won't balance on an arch, and another person wants a dome, and another person wants a big flower thing in the background, sorry about that, and another person wants pillars, while another person wants a cantilever, so you get the idea. That does not look like a great building. It's kind of many different styles of architecture that don't really mold together, an arch and pillars and a dome and a flower thing and a triangular ceiling. It doesn't really mix. So if you have a bunch of people who all have different ideas and are trying to smash them together, then that was kind of the Articles of Confederation. So although the Articles of Confederation gave the colonists enough organization to win the war in 1783, they realized that they would have to improve their blueprint if they wanted to build an entire country, if they wanted to build a stable house. Actually, many people weren't sure if they wanted to build a country. Some colonists thought that each colony should be its own separate nation, while others thought they would be better off without any government at all. So by each colony being a separate nation, that would mean that New York would be its own country and Pennsylvania would be its own country, and so that would be pretty interesting. And people back then, they didn't necessarily think of themselves as Americans. It would be, I'm a New Yorker, I'm a Pennsylvanian, I'm from New Jersey. So that feeling was kind of already there. Under the Articles of Confederation, it was a little bit like its separate country. Each of the 13 original colonies was its own state, but it had its own system of government, its own money, and its own rules. There was no comprehensive system of federal law, so what would be wrong with that? Having your own government, your own money, your own rules for each state.